Morning, guys. May the 28th here in central Illinois. An overcast and light rainy day. I just thought I'd show you right quick one of the snags I got off of eBay. I think you've heard me talk a number of times about a gentleman by the name of W.C. Johnson. Well, I was fortunate enough the other day to grab one of his restorations, a Ives Coke car. This makes two of them that I've got of his that are signed, and the other two that he supposedly did but were unsigned. And what we're doing here is we're running some of his creations in both 1 gauge and standard gauge. And the next time around here I'll show you what we've got. But if any of you guys are interested in this Mr. Johnson, I suggest that you Google W.C. Johnson, the TCA. They've got a complete history on him on their webpage, and it is really well worth reading. He was in the U.S. military. He was U.S. Navy in the Second World War. He was on a subtender. He was captured by the Japanese. He survived the Bataan Death March, and he had a hell of a life. He was very artistic before he went into the Navy, and he was even more so after he got out. He was really into trains, and it was said that when he was in the prisoner of war camp during the Second World War, that he would often draw from memories, scenes that he had seen as a kid. He grew up in the state of Washington, railway cars, some various other stuff, and he very talented man. But I'll show you what we've got here. And let me move my Markland Americanized up a little bit. But here's the Coke car that I picked up. And here's a 1 gauge cattle car that I picked up a number of years ago. Both of these off of eBay. The cattle car is 1 gauge. The Coke car is standard gauge. I bought the engine and tender and these two cars here from Clem Clements' sale from Stouts a number of years ago. And Clem told me that this was a set, and I can't tell you who the man was who requested it, but that Johnson did the cars. He made these cars, he hand-lined them, did all that kind of stuff. And here again, here is cars. All this is hand-lined. This is not rubber stamped. And I'll show you in just a second. He always marked this stuff, and it's really cool the way he marked it. Now I'm doing this one-handed, guys, so you know the routine. Okay. Restored 1968, Johnson, and he always puts Japanese characters in front of his name. As far as I know, nobody has deciphered what the Japanese characters stand for, but I'm sure they stand for something. If I were a betting man, I'd almost say that was his middle finger towards the Japanese and his incarceration during the Second World War, but that's a guess on my part. It's what I would do anyhow. So that's what we've got here. Got it back down on the track without tearing something up. The other thing is making a little bit of headway on my crane. I have bought a third one of these, and I showed you this one and the other one I got, which the whole frame is rusted out on it. It's shot. So I bought another one, and what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to cut the treads off, the wheels off. I've got it sitting next to the standard gauge Lionel crane. And if this was set down inside the body of that flat car, they would be about the same height. What's interesting is the side plate on these, that is 7/8 from the top of the deck to the bottom. That's exactly what the thickness is. If I take the wheels off, that's exactly what the platform is on the crane. So what I intend to do is, I'm not good enough, I don't think, to cut a hole out of a standard gauge flat car and fit it down in there, and I would have to fit it between the trucks. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to build a flat car frame for it and have it extended just a little bit, because one of these two trucks, the front or the back, has to be a power truck. And I have to have enough, I've got to have enough width that the back of the wheels won't catch the front of the crane when I slide it down inside that that flat car body. So that's what we're up to on that. I'm hoping to get this other crane in the next couple of days, and then I can move forward on that. The other power crane, I'm working on this. As you can see, I've got, this is not permanent. It's unbelievable what you can do with magnets. They really work well, but I'm getting the boom done on this, and I'll show you. I took and I filled that in, I soldered it. This is what the other side looks like, as you can see. I'll solder this and make it rigid, and then we'll do a little bit of adjustment. We'll get it on here the way we want it, and I'm debating as to whether or not I want to cut this cab back a little bit more or leave it like it is. I'm not sure. I'll know more about it when I get the boom done and get the boom attached to the frame, and then I can put the cab on and see just exactly how things line up, and whether or not there should be enough width that boom can swing. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you, this crane, they also came with a dump. I can actually put right here, if you see that small hole, that's where you would take the clam bucket off, and that's where you would put this. Excuse me. The other thing that came with this, it came with 3 attachments. It came with the clam bucket, it came with the scoop, and then it's got a magnet, which kind of looks like a upside down mushroom, toadstool. And of course, you swing the boom around and you pick up your your rails, your nuts, your bolts, and all that kind of stuff. Except it's not like what the Lionel was electronic magnet, and you could kill the power to it and it would drop it. But it came with 3 attachments. So there's all kinds of goodies that you can do with this if you want to. But that's where we're at with this stuff. But this is really what I wanted to show you. Like I say, go out and Google W.C. Johnson, TCA. It'll bring it up. The man had a most interesting life. He wrote at least 1 and maybe 2, believe it or not, a cookbook, I believe it said. Anyhow, instead of me regurgitating the whole thing, I suggest if you're really interested in his work and what he did in his life, go out and read this. It's well worth the effort. All right, guys, what is today? Oh, this is hump day. So yeah, enjoy it. We're on the downward slide, and we will see you guys later. Hopefully, here again, I keep running my mouth, and then I got more things to show you. But what we had to do was we had to set these plates up, because this plate is 1/8 of an inch, and it sits just slightly above the flanges on the wheels, so that the wheels aren't hitting the underneath side of the frame here. So we got that all taken care of. I've got to trim these corners. I got to cut them back at an angle, because those corners catch right there on my steps. So I've got to shorten that a little bit. But just running around the big part of the 72-inch radius, it runs well. I think this is going to work out quite well. A little bit of adjusting on it. Got to put a pulley on it, but I'm well pleased with the way it turned out. So once again, I'll let you go. Have a good hump day. See you later. Toodaloo.